Hey y'all, I'm Catherine Langlaw, one of the dietitians at Blue Cross.
And I'm Laura Vadreen, the other dietitian here.
And we're coming to y'all for another episode of Romaine Calm and Carrot On. Before we get started talking about our food in front of us, I just want to say a few things about Blue Cross. We're on all the social media channels, of course, here on Facebook, but TikTok, YouTube,
Instagram.
All right. I feel like I'm always leaving one out, but you can follow us on all the social media channels, learn more about us, and
check out our previous videos. We have a plethora.
Yeah, you're on Facebook and we're on YouTube.
Yes.
So yeah, that's about a little bit about us. And also day to day, we're making calls to our members, doing some education, helping with this.
People figure out how to make this healthy lifestyle actually work and put it into practice, because that is the struggle. So everybody kind of knows or slightly has an idea of what's supposed to happen, but making it happen and doing it on day to day is where I think we get hung up the most. So hopefully today, with some of the examples that we have, we want you to know that it can be simple. Not that it's always going to happen, but if we are prepared with having these things in our house, then it makes it a little bit smoother. And so I know that, I've gotten calls from someone saying, hey, I was telling my friend about how I was talking to a dietitian, they were asking how do they get to talk to a dietitian at Blue Cross. So know that 1-800 number on the screen is available for you to reach out to our staff. We have nurses, pharmacists, doctors, there's all kind of people in our population health department. But yours truly, dietitians, you call that number, you get to speak with a nurse, and they send you over to us. And, so that's how you can kind of join in on the fun of healthy eating effortlessly, somewhat.
Yeah.
Or as effortlessly as it can get.
Yes.
That's our goal.
Yeah, so we do everything over the phone, so that's why we like doing these videos for the visual aspect. I still try to send everyone to these videos to see, which today we're really going to talk about meal planning and some easy meals that even we personally do, because that's one of our most common questions is, well, what can I eat? Send me a menu. What can I do? And we just always love to rattle off ideas. And I was just telling Laura that I feel so many people give themselves more restrictions than they need. For example, people tell me I cannot have rice. I know I cannot have pasta. But then they go to the fast food restaurant. And they'll have fries and a burger, but they won't have a meal with rice, which, think about it, there's no fat to rice. There's no salt. Granted, we may add some stuff to it, but let's think about the big picture. So we're going to try to give y'all some examples of meals that have all the food groups so that you can learn to eat corn again and rice again. It's all just portion control.
So one of the meals that I like to do is I buy the pre-pattied hamburger meat. It's a little bit faster. And so I do my salt and pepper with these. And so it's more of like a hamburger steak. So I cut up an onion, saute it in a skillet. If I'm feeling, excited or whatever, adventurous, I'll put some mushrooms in there to kind of create a gravy. I love these mashed potatoes personally, and my kids eat them. So if you're by yourself, this has 30 grams, I believe. The food label is on the big thing. But I'm almost positive it's 30 grams. Or this is not that big for a family, but they do have the packets that they're even bigger, that you can do the, for the whole family. And then you just measure it. So, I'm having mashed potatoes. So I have them in my pot. So I dip my mashed potatoes out of my pot, and I put them on my plate with my half a plate of green beans. Of course, it can be fresh, but we didn't get to the grocery store today. I had this frozen. This is in my pantry. This is in my pantry. I'm not having to say, oh, we don't have anything. Let's go to the fast food or stop and get something on the way home. I can do this and still be doing great. So that's a really fast question. Yes, ma'am.
There's too much salt in those potatoes, right?
That is incorrect. So let me get my cheaters out because I am to the cheater age. Let's see. All right. So 460 for a half a cup dry. So I hate when they do that because
Yeah.
nobody eats dry mashed potatoes.
We'll put on the screen though how many milligrams of salt we recommend per meal, which is about 670 per meal because we want to do 2,000 a day. So if you said about 400 something, and then of course the green beans, yes, there's some salt. Rinse it, and you can add some non-salt seasonings. Like I love adding garlic powder to my canned green beans. I like adding cracked pepper. You can add some stuff that doesn't have salt to it. And
I'll say this, like, okay, so this might have more sodium than I'm going for, but I say this a lot. Like, you can't nail it all, right? So I'm nailing my carbohydrates around that 30 grams per meal with a cup of cooked mashed potatoes. And so my salt's a little bit higher, but I cooked this instead of going to McDonald's and getting a meal. I've saved significantly. Even if the sodium is over, it's still under what you're going to get out of the restaurant.
correct.
It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. So people look at the numbers are pretty cut and dry. It's here. Whereas wherever you pick up, it's not. And so it's like, oh, it must be 0. No, that's not
Yeah.
true. So, so we know that behaviors drive the changes in our scale, in our blood pressure, in our diet, and our blood sugars, right? So the behavior is what is going to make this be that lifestyle change. And the behavior of having this in my house is what really is going to set the stage for success in the long run. Whereas I haven't learned anything if I go through a line or pick up something. So again, you can't nail it all, but this is still a huge step in the right direction. So that's my hamburger steaks with mashed potatoes, green beans.
I just want to say the food groups that y'all will notice is a theme that we're doing. A protein, carb, and vegetable is something we just try to drill into when you're planning your meals so that you're not taking away these and you're having a whole pasta dish with it. I mean, maybe that doesn't go with mashed potatoes, but you get what I'm saying.
But you have mashed potatoes, beef, and then you have corn,
which is all carbohydrates.
This is 2 carbs with the protein instead of 1 carb, a protein, and a half a plate of vegetables.
Just a lot more calories and carbs, and of course for our diabetics, we want to watch it. So
yeah, 25 calories versus 80. It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge, I tell you.